Cheers! Welcome. Cheers! Welcome to MovieBitches.
Betches.
I sounded like Moira Rose. Television. It's Moira Rose.
That's correct.
I'm wondering, does TV's Moira Rose send a different message than television's Moira Rose?
A RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 1, Episode 2. First things first, Lee Dawson is no longer here. He's
been replaced by this teapot.
And we've actually turned him into a teapot. It's like Beauty and the Beast.
His replacement is Angela Lansbury. You're welcome.
Oh my god. I mean, Lee, you're great, but I would love that. Now talk about a galactic treasure.
She's riding on that turtle in the sky.
Oh.
It 2's not going to come out for a while.
But
that's an It 2 joke. But like, yes, galactic treasure. I think it's just a step above Fabulous Island, really.
That's true. Like the next step is like
they took it to the stars, you know?
To the stars.
And beyond.
So then we just have a series of like the constellations.
The constellations of the galactic treasures.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love this.
I'm excited about it, I have to say.
Make sure to subscribe and share and that was a real horsey one.
I was gonna say goat, but
okay.
Horsey as well.
Sure. Sorry, Cher. I'm the decapitated head of Cher, bitch.
I'm Cher's decapitated head, bitch.
Thank you to our Patreon subscribers. $5 a month or more gets you early access. $10 a month or more gets you access to our viewing parties where we watch these episodes live. So that's fun. People seem to be enjoying that. So
to see our immediate reactions, which is a lot of
Oh no. Ooh, that was a choice. It's probably a lot of face work.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Mommy Dearest, right?
Yeah. The silence in between the faces.
Yes. So this episode, Downton Draggy, I went from like proper to cockney.
It's always cockney. I sound like Dick Van Dyke.
I
sound like Dick Van Dyke. Yes, you do. Sure. What, Mary Poppins?
But yes, Downton Draggy. Very excited. Andrew's still only seen the movie.
Correct. Which also is not out yet for our review.
Our review is not out yet.
It's coming soon.
Coming in soonish time.
Soonish time. Everything kind of got messed up by us deciding to do all of RuPaul's Drag Race UK, but it's great. Everything's wonderful. Spoiler alert, I did in fact really enjoy Downton Abbey, the movie.
It's great.
It was so charming and lovely.
It's lovely. Yeah, I got confused during this episode. Rue keeps talking about Master Bates, and my Lady Rose, and I was really confused because there is a Mr. Bates and there is a Cousin Rose, and I was like, really, which I mean is accurate.
I think that's why they made those jokes.
But I was really like, but it's Mr. Bates. I didn't get there fast enough. It was too clever. The writing was too clever.
Oh yeah. Your innocent little brain.
Little scary cat.
Oh.
Little Frady cat. Well, I'm gonna take this opportunity because we're no longer gonna see Frady Cat, which I'm sad about.
Sure.
Her cat collar. I'm serious. Where do I get one? I need to know because I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like I want a frog one.
Oh.
I want like a giraffe. Oh, an elephant. And then it's wrapping its own little trunk. Oh! Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if there's an Etsy situation, please let me know because I would really genuinely like to know about that.
Yeah.
So thanks. That was just a disclaimer at the front of this episode. I'd like to know. So all the queens walk in and they're de-dragging. Vinegar has to wipe away Gothy Kendall's note about pork chop.
And the pork chop of the UK.
I did love that Baga was, I don't know, shitting in the corner. Like she was just sort of squatting down, like taking off. She's becoming a frog.
She's
just like,
oh my god.
You know, I mean, it's good. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
But it was a weird.
It was.
I enjoyed it.
Yep.
The shite is gonna rise to the top of the surface.
It was funny. I was just talking to someone about. They're like, "Oh, I still want to see like a losers season of Drag Race where it's like the first 2 eliminated queens come back or whatever."
Yeah, we could call it something better than the losers season.
Well, definitely. The like redemption season.
There you go.
The first eliminated queens.
The first 2, I like that better.
The first 2. I mean, maybe it doesn't have to be all of them, but out of the first
2, yeah.
We pick a season.
Smattering.
And that way we can pick and choose. Because I was like, I don't know if some of those are still going to be good.
Not everyone can be Tatiana and come back like, not that she went on first, but like they can come back so strong.
Yeah.
And be like, yes, Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I would love to see, like, James Mansfield, I think, could have gone further.
Yes.
You know, but I think Pork Chop, you know, we could see what Pork Chop has to offer.
Her gig is sweet. And
Well, I know, right? She should not mess with it.
She's like cruising. She's like, I'm good.
Yeah. You get invited to everything.
Yeah. Pork Chop! It's great.
Yeah.
And the Vivian wearing her Repeater badge.
Her Repeater badge.
I'm excited if someone starts to really bend and lick Remit and just,
Just
take the season, just be like, yes.
Here's my sash of badges.
Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes. I'd love someone to make like a Girl Scout.
Exactly.
Sash.
Yes.
Sash.
Sash. A sassy sash.
A sassy sash. That's hard to say.
The sassy sash.
Sassy sash.
It really is.
Well, I really can't say it.
Sassy sash.
Sash. It's really just saying sassy twice without the Y. Sash. No, it's not.
Sassy sass. Sassy sash.
I can't.
It's kind of like sassafras, but sassy sash.
Sassy press.
Sassy. Sash. Why can't I do it? Sashy. I've lost all control. Sassy. Sash. Nailed it! This is Dermot McDermott all over again.
Oh my god, it really is.
And Rue walks in this like rococo quilted.
Yes, I don't know if I would go so far as rococo. I thought it was a little bit more like
Rococo?
Ah!
Perhaps? It just had that over the top, like, there was a design, and it was quilted, and it was two-toned, and it had, it was like a lot of things.
It was a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of struck me more as like a knockoff Louis Vuitton suit.
I see what you're saying.
It's like, oh, it's almost like this thing, but then it's not quite, and also it's like 4 of the things that they make rolled into one.
I do like the runway Rococo.
Ooh, yes, rococo.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't necessarily have to be like, oh, and then I'm dressed up like Rue.
No.
It's just
that it's rococo, but it's RuPaul's Drag Race, so of course they have to make the pun.
I like that.
I like it a lot. There'd have to be like a history lesson though, like an art history lesson of like, okay, now here's what rococo means. So this was weird. The mini challenge is, the Vivian, you won, so you get to now rank who you think is in the top and bottom of the...
Well, okay, so first the Brit crew comes out.
Right.
A different set of Brit crews.
Yes.
They had more confidence. I like them.
They did. They were like,
good.
oh, hey, look at me, I'm fancy.
Hey, there was like a real tall one, and they were holding top and bottom signs. Is that right?
Oh.
We're gonna switch it around.
Switch it around. You know what? These must have been like the acting pit crew, Brit crew.
Right, because they actually had to like...
They had to sort of be...
interact with the queens.
They were basically like lump dead bodies, but... I mean, one of them literally was.
Yeah.
The other one just sat there and like, well, he did give a good look.
No, it was worse than that. You did a better job. It was just like, ah.
Anyway, so yes, they come out. Oh, who's the top, who's the bottom? This mini challenge I thought was very bad and boring.
Well, it wasn't a there was no skit. It was very weird. So yes, the Vivian. Rank everyone from who you think is your biggest competition to your least competition. And I thought it was I was really confused. Maybe I missed something. But at first I thought, oh, she's gonna be like, okay, I think you're in a top and you're a bottom. And you're a top and you're a bottom. And then whoever was on the bottom would be a team. And whoever was in the top would be a team.
Right.
But no, it was a sliding scale. It was who's the most top and the most bottom.
Right.
So...
Power bottom, you might say.
Well, no, I mean, it turned out it was not the case.
Well, sure.
Scaredy cat went home. So that I was wrong about that.
Yep.
And then it was like, oh, now that you've ranked them.
Who cares? Literally, who cares?
And they didn't edit it in a way that was like, ho, you thought you were giving Scaredy Cat a disadvantage by saying she was the shittiest, but now she's the team captain. And then they didn't cut to Scaredy Cat being like, they are going to underestimate me. I don't know.
It was also weird. So here's what I would have done. Because obviously they didn't want to have to like make the contestants be like, oh, are you a top or a bottom? You know, like that's inappropriate.
I do think it would have been funny if they were like, okay, everyone stand by the sign that you think that you are. And then they were just all bottoms. And it was, oh no, our plan was foiled.
Fully foiled.
Just one top with all of West Hollywood?
Continue, yes.
But what could have been fun would be like to have everyone have a little paddle that said top or bottom, and then like they would call each contestant up and be like, all right, Scaredy Cat, like what does everyone think? And then people would vote top or bottom.
That's more mean, but sure.
I guess.
But like, are we saying bottom? Because that's implying that bottom is bad.
Like, are we talking about
a bottom of
like the innuendo
of the
right?
Or you know, so it was a muddy mess.
Yes, it was.
Is what I'd say.
A right muddy mess.
We can move on. But
Yes.
dear God, this was a mess.
It was.
And doesn't count as a challenge.
No.
There was no challenge.
There was no challenge.
It was just like, and you're here.
8 of them didn't
And
get to
you're
participate aside from being placed somewhere.
Ru's announcing the main challenge, and she's like, and this week we'll be doing Downton Draggy, a scandalous tale of willpower and intrigue.
A scandalous tale of intrigue and willpower. Second, a scandalous tale of willpower and intrigue.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. I laughed.
And I think the writers have been expanded, having this be in the UK, but there was like fun new lines that Ru got to say, like, and may the most Jane ostentatious woman win. And
Love
I was
it.
like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah. The main challenge is Downton Draggy. They're in 2 teams. They have to do 2 skits. This challenge was confused
Yeah.
to me. I liked it. I enjoyed a lot of it.
Yeah, it was fun.
But the writing and the production of the actual skit, confusing.
I couldn't tell if the skits were written vaguely and bad,
I think
and
so.
it was directed poorly
Yes.
in a way that was confusing and unclear.
Yeah.
Or if the queens were such a mess, they had to edit around it. I think it was probably a bit of both.
maybe a little of both, but it seemed like that was just kind of the line. It just didn't flow. There were like weird non sequiturs.
There
and
weren't
it's like,
scenes.
no.
It was just like, and now we're here, and some Tim Wong is choking for no reason.
For no reason.
Apparent reason, and then has been poisoned. Oh, okay. Like, but there was no.
Yeah.
Like, and then even if she had been like, and I'm sipping this tea. Okay.
Touch me.
It was Baga who was her lesbian lover,
Right.
Because she had given her the will and written
Well,
her the
bisexual
will.
really if she was fucking all these other guys. But
Sure.
anyway.
Yes,
that's-
bisexual. She says she was a
Right,
lesbian.
I know.
So that's
but
why
I just
was,
remember thinking to myself, but she was just fucking that dude.
Yeah, so she's fluid. She's bi. She's whatever she wants to be. But
Yeah.
yes, she does say like lesbian in the
Yes.
line.
Yeah.
She was a raw lesbian. That was fun.
A lesbian. And she couldn't get enough of me. Oh, yeah. No, not that.
But I am enjoying Crystal's confessional look. She's got these Geraldine Chaplin
Right.
little dots right here, and it's only when she's in the confessional, so she's
Yeah.
clearly like doing a thing. And
Yeah.
I was like, is this like a Geraldine Chaplin reference, or is it just for funsies? I like it. I don't know what it is, but I like it.
It's something.
I like Crystal. She's doing purposeful and interesting things.
Yes, I think she's still at like an 8, not an 11, but that's okay.
There's room
There's
to grow.
room for
You
growth.
want to have an arc. You want to be on a journey.
So quick commercial break, and we will be back with the filming of Downton Draggy. So first into film is Teen Vivienne. The Vivienne.
I keep wanting to say Viviane.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm saying it a little bit more French, I guess.
Viviane.
Vivienne. I don't know. I feel like it needs something
Yeah.
more than just like the Vivian.
Yeah.
That's boring.
Yeah.
But the Vivienne.
Viviane. Give it some more syllables.
Yeah.
Team the Viviane comes out, and
I mean, Michelle Visage's directing. You really, okay, I'm gonna go on a little bit of a diatribe here. It kind of pissed me off because at multiple points, not only was it obvious that people were nervous to be like filming with her,
yes.
because I don't think that it's a thing that any of these queens really had a lot of experience doing at all. So
Nope.
it's like, oh, now Michelle Visage is here to.
Although I will say, both the Vivian and I think Vinegar have said that they worked with Michelle before.
Well, right.
So that's all I'd say about that.
Sure.
But yes,
But
there
a
was-
lot of the other queens
We're like, oh my god, Michelle, I saw her face, and I went,
Yeah. She didn't seem to be directing so much as like scolding.
Yeah, and she wasn't like, hey, let's have a nice, like, friendly environment, and like, it's gonna be great, you know?
No.
She was immediately like,
She was like, oh, this is the end of the season. I'm over this shit. Let's get this shit wrapped.
well, they have filmed, what, 5 seasons in the past year?
Well, I mean, absolutely. I don't blame her for that. But just then pick someone else to do it. Get like a fabulous British director or something.
Or have Michelle and,
sure.
you know, so they can have, it's the same language, like they both speak English, but there is a difference when you're talking to somebody who gets all your references or
Right.
knows what you're talking about or whatever it is. There's a comfort there.
Yes.
And so I think having someone else there, even Graham Norton, would have just sort of, I mean, maybe it would have stressed people out more, But, I mean, I love it. But
What if they had gotten Joanna Lumley?
oh my god, that would have been amazing.
Because like they did like that silly like the Red Nose Day Downton Abbey like spoof and whatever.
Love it.
Like that would have been really
Love
fun.
it. Get them both.
Yeah, get the like, oh my god. Or Don French. I don't know, like get a skit comedian to come in and just be like, okay, let's workshop. Let's make this great.
Yeah,
That
make
could
these
have
really
helped.
fun and funny so they go viral instead of
Because like why not too? You could post the full thing on YouTube and then that becomes its own thing.
Yeah. But anyway, Team the Vivienne. I did love her Maggie Smith makeup. It was like very that's your
beautiful,
face?
right? She did look beautiful. I thought she kind of looked too young.
It was you know, like Maggie Smith after a visit from the plastic surgeon. She does know how to transform.
Yes.
It's very good.
Yes.
It's very good.
It was very good. And she had a good fun accent and like whatever.
And then Vinegar comes out in this wig. It was so weird. It was so high. It looked like a turban.
Yes.
It was her wig. It was very confusing to me. And then I thought that the reading glasses joke really failed because of the glasses. If she had pulled out some opera glasses, right? It seems so out of place historically. Like, what? And they weren't even like fabulously, you know, they were just sort of like weird, funny glasses. But if she had been like, bitch, and like brought out the opera glasses, it totally would have sold.
That's true. And then we got a bag of chips. Oh my god. She definitely obviously took the night.
I mean, this makeup, this mole and the crazy, she looked like some sort of crazed cartoon character. It was so much, I really enjoyed it.
I did too. She kind of reminded me of Mrs. Trunchbull
from
Matilda. The big eyebrows and the bowl. And
she
like,
definitely has like an Iron Maiden in her room, you know, that kind of vibe.
Yes, oh my god, that
that movie really.
The chocolate cake scene that really puts you off chocolate cake. Anyway.
Oi! How much much better?
Much better. So silly.
Much better.
Well, then our worst link, our weakest link, Shaka Khan.
RuPaul, what H is the diagram based on planetary positions at the time of one's birth?
Shaka Khan.
Who's Shaka Khan? Did you see that Evie Oddly tweeted that she tweeted RuPaul on the weakest link and she's like, should this be my Halloween costume? And I was like, yes!
Yes.
It's so good.
I love that. But so yeah, Something Wong was the weakest link for me.
I thought Vinegar was more forgettable. I thought Something Wong was bad.
Yes.
But somehow had different shades of a character. She did change and have a different range of things happening.
Yes, but they were all the wrong choices.
Fully. I appreciated that it was like, I see what you're doing here. It's not funny or correct, but I see that you tried and you're doing different shades. Where the
I
vinegar,
guess that's fair.
The vinegar.
The vinegar.
I just was like, and then she was there, I don't know. Particularly with the runway.
Yes.
I was like, I could see her in the bottom. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. No, that's fair. But yeah, I mean, Something Wong made a lot of choices and did a lot of things.
She also had the most dialogue, I
She
think.
did have a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
So she was doing the Mariah Carey bit, you know. Oh.
I don't know him.
She dropped the ball on the, I don't know her.
Well, she needed the head nod.
Yeah.
She needed a pause. I don't know him. You know, you needed to do the like, what? No.
I don't know him.
When it just sort of fell completely flat.
It really did.
It was a bummer.
Yeah, because it was a turn to camera.
Yeah.
I don't know
A
him.
classic Dynasty turn to camera freeze frame.
Oh my god, you and your Dynasty. You are obsessed.
Oh, what?
So next up, Team Scaredy Cat. Well, you could tell immediately, no one had any energy.
Yeah.
Everything was like, I'm saying this. Yep. Like there was just no life to it.
Yeah,
immediately
that's true.
after, like the other team, even though there was, you know, people that weren't as good or whatever, there was energy happening.
Yes.
They were, you know,
Yes.
moving.
Ooh, and
You could feel it.
yeah, you know, there's like lots of much bad.
You know, there was a life to it, and this
Yeah.
was immediately like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure if Crystal was supposed to be American or English, or if she was doing an English accent and then she decided to be English and American, or if she was doing an American accent and decided to do an English accent. It was a lot. It was back and forth.
What accent did you have planned? American, British, what?
I was thinking I would do British.
Would your character speak in a British accent or would she speak in an American accent?
Shit. That isn't how I rehearsed this.
It was back and forth. I don't know. When she said, oh, I can do an English accent, I was confused and it sounded like an American accent.
Instead of me trying to do a really bad British accent.
Okay, just try an English accent, just to see what, because it might be funny.
We're having egg soup this evening.
I mean, I know that she is from Canada and then has moved
to
and
England.
has been there for 10 years. So I understand that part of it, but I don't understand what the decision was and then what ended up happening.
I didn't really hear much of a distinction between either of them.
I did like that Michelle was like, great, so whatever it is, just do it. Like, I don't care if it's American, if it's British, just do whatever you're gonna do, but let's do it, okay?
Yeah. Whether it's British or American, Crystal, connect with it.
Will do.
But I thought she made pretty good choices.
I thought she was probably the second best person on the team after Davina DeCampo.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean,
I wouldn't say she was like at the same level.
No.
But second best.
Like I'm the strongest by a bloody country mile.
I thought Davina DeCampo did a really fun job. She was silly and she got what was supposed to be happening.
She was so good, and her
Yes.
makeup, I mean, this like really sort of weird combination of like Drop Dead Fred and the Swedish Chef. I was like, yes. Yes to what is happening. Yes.
Why is my life so terrible? Oh.
Pull yourself together, lass!
Oh, whiny. And then like,
It's funny how she didn't transcend. She was just annoying.
yeah.
She didn't transcend into pheromone.
Everyone keeps saying that she was serving pheromone energy, and I disagree.
No, I don't want to do this.
Oh, Vegas.
Because you have to have the charm.
Yes.
And she was just whiny.
Yes.
It's a very slight distinction. And Pheromone may be the only person who can pull this off. I don't know.
I don't know.
It
but yes,
may be.
I do find Farrah much more charming while still whining.
Yes.
Whereas this was just kind of whining.
Annoying.
And and because I think the whole point was, well, one, Farrah doesn't seem to really be putting it on. It's just her.
It's just her essence.
Yes. But also, like, there needs to be ups and downs. And,
Well, and
Michelle was trying to get her to do it,
Yeah.
and it didn't really happen.
Okay, so she was playing the Lady Edith equivalent, right? Which is just like the shit character that everyone hates.
She wasn't in the movie, right?
She is in the movie.
Oh.
She was the
one whose husband was
the
racing?
sister. She was the sister that was, her big story arc was, is her ball gown gonna get there in time?
Oh, yes.
Oh, good, it got there in time.
No, it didn't.
Oh no, it's the wrong size.
Oh, that's right.
That was the whole plot. That was her whole plot, because no one cares about Lady Edith. She could have had varying degrees of...
Or at least just spoken without whining the whole time. Speak your lines, give it some movement and tone, so it's not just this monotonous, oh, everything is terrible, and I'm just going to go like this the whole time. You need the ups and downs, and then give me like a, no.
Right. She should have really probably leaned into the pheromone jokes and just...
Sure. Highlighter.
Just improvise the highlighter. Vegas.
Or I like that idea too of just doing the last word of every sentence in like a whine that leads into, you know, like,
what am I gonna do with my life?
yeah, being a rich person is so hard.
That's more fun. Oh my god, is my ball gown gonna show up in time?
Exactly.
Bud.
That's
over. Oh, I know.
Oh, Ru. They've all recorded their scenes and they're all gonna get ready. I mean, I did love this sort of bearskin fur chat with some Ding Wong in blue. It was just like, hey girl. It was sort of like out of Hustlers, like, should we sit on my fur?
Right. Oh, we could come into my fur.
Yes. Let's just sit on the floor in this thing I'm gonna wear on the runway in a few hours.
Remember J-Lo?
Always.
And then we got like a little bit of it was Tragedy Mirror light. It was just like a discussion, which was nice.
Vinegar is talking about how like, oh, even just 10 years age difference, you know, coming out and your sexuality, like all that stuff has made such a difference. And then her and some Ting Wong are talking about how like they, you know, they had to be really closeted, they're culturally.
Yes. Well, especially some Ting Wong. This was sad to hear. You know, it's always sad to hear when it's like, oh, there's this whole part, like the partner of 5 years that their parents know nothing about. And it's like,
they don't know I do drag.
Oh, obviously, your parents know you do drag, I'm assuming.
Nope. What?
So, quick commercial break, and we will be back with the runway, which is Bond Girls. That was more like Charlie's Angels.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. You have to like right to the camera.
Yeah, that's what it is. So Rue comes out in this black gown with the high slit, and
slit.
glitter and sheen and
sequins.
Yes.
I loved this.
I do too.
I thought it was unnecessary that the two straps were different widths. It wasn't enough of a difference to be like, oh, I see what you did there.
I don't think I noticed.
One of them was just like slightly fatter, and I was like, okay.
That's a Rue thing.
She really does like to throw in an asymmetry there, and I don't like that.
No,
so it
sure.
tends to bother me.
Right.
I mean, unless it's really purposeful, you know, had one been a fallen sleeve or something, maybe. But it was just like one's kind of fat and one is thinner.
I thought this was very Rue,
Yes.
and yet also that we got the legs in there.
It was very
I love that
slinky
she's just like,
and,
she heard, it was like, oh, comment taken, here's leg.
Here's my legs. They exist.
Yeah, they're great.
They look fucking great, by the way. You're welcome. Yeah. Maybe she's been on a cleanse, and they're just now how she wants them.
Good.
Of late.
Yeah.
Category is Bond Girl Glamorama.
Ooh. Why do we need the glamour? Whatever, doesn't matter.
I'm just telling you the facts.
Makes me think of Wilmer Valderrama.
It makes me think of like a roller rink.
Sure.
But it wasn't. Anyway, yes, Bond Girls at the Glamorama. No, they weren't even. It should have been Bond Girls at the Glamorama.
Whatever, doesn't matter. First,
I like that.
The Vivienne, also known as Serena Shart, also known as IBS, is her code name.
Codename IBS.
And she comes out in this like Grace Jones homage.
jumpsuit.
Yes.
It was fab.
It was
iridescent fabric with like the yellow lining.
Yeah, it was like
haloed her face really nicely.
Yeah.
It was
kind of like purple and yellow, and
it just kept changing.
Yeah.
I kept looking and going, like, what is that fabric? Yeah,
and it was sparkly and
long sleeved.
Yeah.
It fit great. Loved it.
Her makeup was good. I really liked this one.
Her face looked like Bet.
A little bit.
In this.
Yep.
It was very with the wig and everything. I was like, oh, it's Bet.
I bet you she could do a good Bet.
Ooh.
And if she did Bet for Snatch Game, I would love that.
I would love that.
I feel like she's probably gonna do Kim Burley, what's her face from How Clean Is Your House? But
yeah,
we'll see.
That would certainly be the easy choice for her.
She's very good at it, but she's done it a few times, and I'm like, careful.
Careful.
And I think you're a little bitch, actually. A mean little, horrible little bitch.
But I love this look.
I thought this was fab, and obviously Grace Jones is
everything.
So there's that.
Oh, Grace Jones.
Galactic Treasure! Oh.
I want that shirt.
100% Galactic Treasure. Here for this. Yes. Next on the runway, Sumting Wong as Grace Jones. It would have been better had she not gone right after her.
Again, the producer, rude. Shady producers.
It's like apparently everyone's just obsessed with View to a Kill. I don't know what's that. I mean, it's one of the worst Bond movies, but Grace Jones is in it, so there's that.
Oh, I haven't watched a Bond movie in a long time.
I just watched the end of GoldenEye. Great.
Just the end?
It was on TCM,
okay,
and I was like, oh, Alan Cumming, yes! And then I was like, oh, this is stupid. And I was like, yeah, because GoldenEye is the best Pierce Brosnan one.
Yeah.
It just is.
And that's that on that.
But yeah, no, I mean, View to a Kill is Christopher Walken as a blimp-owning villain. I mean, it's pretty much a lot. Yeah. Oh, right, because Grace Jones in View to a Kill was playing a character named Mayday, and in this, Sumting Wong's Bond girl name was Mei Ting.
Oh, I was like, yes, and. Yes.
Yes, and. So it was, Mayday, Mei Ting.
That's true. And all of them, like Mei Ting, Sumting Wong, it all made sense.
It all made sense. But yeah, apparently she was really going for the Grace Jones.
I liked this look. I thought she did pretty well.
I thought it was good.
Yes.
It was hard going right after the Vivienne. Who had this fabulous jumpsuit. It was so tailored and fab.
Absolutely.
And this was sort of like the Forever 21 version of that.
It wasn't as polished. However, I thought Sumting Wong really sold it. She seemed like she felt like $1 million, and I was like, yes, bitch, you worked this runway.
And I did actually love that she was bald.
Yeah.
Well, and going with the Grace Jones bald.
Yes, exactly.
Thing. It was great. It was just like right after the other one.
Rude.
I
don't know what else to say except shady producers.
At this point, I was like, so is it a night of 1,000 Grace Jones?
Oh my God,
instead of
can you
kimonos,
imagine?
it's just Grace Joneses. Like, I was like, not mad, maybe. I don't know. But also not mad at a night of 1,000 Grace
Jones challenge.
A Grace Jones challenge where she then is the judge.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like maybe they all have to hula hoop as the mini challenge.
Ooh. Yes!
And then Grace Jones is just there in the background doing it the entire time while they all
she's better
fail.
than you, yes. I love this.
Love it. So then next is Vinegar Strokes, also known as Mrs. F Tits. Mrs. F? Is that what it was?
Mr. F.
Mr. F.
Because I don't know.
She was walking down the runway explaining it, and all I heard was tits. Tits.
Tits, Miss Funduma Tits. I am serving founder of Tits.
Wait, what's happening now? And all I heard was tits. I don't know. And her tits weren't even really out.
No.
Not really.
No, I mean her gray. This was
sort
bad.
of like,
this was
I
certainly,
wouldn't say executive realness, secretary realness? Rude.
Sure.
Assistant realness?
Executive assistant realness.
I feel like that's even giving
She's not even an executive assistant, she's
No.
just an assistant.
She's like working the front desk. Yeah.
This was not a good look.
No.
I mean, it was great. So Mrs. F Tits, don't know. Graham Norton cackling.
Mrs. F. Tits. Is there a joke in there somewhere?
Does that mean something? And then he was like, ha 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 ha, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And then she was like, tits, tits, tits.
But yeah, this outfit was not good.
I didn't know. It just sort of ill-fitting gray.
Yep.
Not
It was a
even
no
really
for me.
appropriate for work. Like it
No.
was like sleeveless.
No, it's a no. They didn't
And there
be
was
Bond
like,
girls. She
this
failed
like
the challenge.
red stole that was like there.
I would have put her in the bottom for this and her performance in the video.
If they hadn't done teams.
Right.
Yes.
That's right.
I mean, she really was. This look was bad. I did not like it.
No.
Did not care for it. But next up, bag of chips and my favorite look of the night, Laser Minnelli. Oh, this was
Is it
so
laser
good.
with an S or with a Z?
It goes nuts.
Cause Lisa with an S goes snods. It's Z instead of S, line instead of Lee. Simple as can be, see Liza.
I really enjoyed this a lot. I mean, it has nothing to do with James Bond at all.
It was a character. What I liked about this was that she kind of created her own Bond villain. It was not a reference. It was like a.
Was she a villain? For me, this was.
Yeah, because she had like what's the hat that throws the.
Yeah.
She says it.
Throwing it like odd job, mama.
Because now I'm confusing it with Odd Job.
That's what she said.
Oh, now I'm confusing it with Austin Powers.
This was a little Austin Powersy too. I'm not.
Who throws a shoe? I mean, honestly.
That really hurt. Who throws a shoe? Honestly.
I think Odd Job is the one from Goldfinger.
Yes, with the hat.
What is it in Austin Powers? Random Task.
Oh my god, of course.
Random
Odd
Task.
Job, Random Task.
That's
Oh my
right.
God.
Oh, so good.
I'd be down to go back and watch Austin Powers.
100%.
Yeah.
But for me, this was like, oh, and then this is the Bond where Liza Minnelli sang the theme song and had a cameo in the background of the nightclub and was like, like whatever, and in this, sequin suit with matching
I
bowler.
think she imagined herself as like an assassin.
I'm gonna kill you with these jazz hands.
That was Liza Minnelli. It was like the Liza Minnelli.
She really dragged
do a
it up.
Charleston on your face. It was like that kind of thing. Like
either way,
her little wand had a laser in it that would like murder you.
I loved all of it.
I loved all of it. It was
to me, it was not Bond girl at all.
No.
But I loved it.
But it could have somehow been Bond parody. She had an idea in her head.
Okay,
she sold
the shit out of it and looked great.
Yes.
Lasers are gonna come out of my nipples, my tuppence, and my fingers.
So then next is Cheryl Hole as 00 Dipshit. Didn't care for that name.
It just seems like not complimentary to yourself,
Well, sure.
Like,
I think that was the joke. Like,
is that what Essex means?
Oh, I still don't. Can someone explain what very Essex means to me?
Right, like, that's a very Essex aesthetic. I'm like, what does that mean exactly?
Burnham on Crouch in Essex.
Essex? Are you an Essex girl?
I am an Essex girl,
You don't
yes.
seem like an Essex girl.
Why? What are you trying to say?
Is this, like, dipshit, like 00 Dipshit, is that like, oh, she's like a messy, like I'm falling out of a club drunk. Like, is that what Essex means? I don't get it.
I don't either.
I
just don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for.
I feel like Cheryl's maybe not doing a great job of expressing what Essex aesthetic means, because I'm still confused. Let us know. An Essex aesthetic. That's kind of hard to say too.
Sassy shit. Wait, what was it?
Sassy sash.
Sorry.
Hey, that one was no problem.
Easy peasy.
I was really having a
You gotta get into it from Essex aesthetic.
Essex aesthetic, sassy sash. What? Nailed it!
Boom.
This screamed a tearaway. This doesn't fit well. It's
This
a tearaway.
doesn't fit well. The neckline was terrible, and then she tore it away, and it was so ill-fitting. The bathing suit.
The golden bathing suit did a real front wedgie that went up to her navel,
Yeah,
and then no tits.
Yeah, right. No, it's a Bond girl. If you're
It's a
gonna give me a
Bond girl.
bathing suit look, then you gotta be crawling out of a goddamn beach.
Give me the tits.
Yes.
You know, crawling out of a goddamn beach.
Well, you know, I don't know how to. The ocean. You know, like the.
Well,
you know
because
the
it wasn't
shot.
really Ursula Andress with the white bikini and the utility belt.
Right.
She had the garter,
Right.
which was fun. And then,
But it wasn't like give me more.
where was the body?
Yes.
Essentially, was
Where is the body?
Because her face and her hair looked great.
Yes.
Like it was very beautiful.
She does a good makeup.
Yeah.
But I feel like her looks have been lagging.
Yeah. So then next on the runway is Crystal. As Wanda Whipper. I like this a lot. It had a lot of character, a lot of personality developed over time.
Yes.
She comes out, she bothered to print this fake newspaper. Who is Crystal? And she's got this huge, whip ponytail and this Carmen Sandiego orange, trench coat. Just like, wow.
Oh, and then she takes it off, and she's tied up. She's tied all the knots.
She's
herself.
tied all the knots.
I love that she's like, I looked it
the
up on the internet. I certainly don't know or I'm into this thing personally, sexually at all.
Did you tie all those knots?
Of course I did. I learned for the show. I made the entire look, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I made the whole thing myself. Really?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
No, but it looked good. I really liked this.
Like this dominatrix.
Yeah.
It was very GoldenEye, the girl that like squeezes people with her thighs.
Yes.
It felt like that. Like I'm gonna seduce you with my body and then kill you. You know?
Exactly.
A lot of vagina.
Yes. Oh my God. A lot of vagina.
That's the spot, all right. That's the spot right there. Look at that now.
And the only thing I was complaining about was that I would say her whipping was unlike the other guest judge from Game of Thrones that I didn't know who she was.
Maisie Williams?
Yep.
Eyebrows. Apparently
Yeah, oh my
the
God,
whole
no,
cast
has
of
just
Game of
eyebrows.
Thrones is just eyebrows. Send us a photo of your eyebrows. We'll decide if we're casting you.
But she was like terrified, and I was like, I wish that the whipping was really more like, give me the character that's like, whatcha, like
It was almost there.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
No,
It
but
wasn't 50 Shades Darker.
Oh my God.
It wasn't whatcha,
murder you.
It wasn't whoopah.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
wasn't like really good.
Yeah.
But no, I loved her face. I liked the armpit hair.
It worked with this look, especially. I thought.
It's just always sort of a little like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like she's purposeful with it. And the makeup was very like Rocky and Bullwinkle evil, like I'm Natasha. It just has these crazy
It was
eyebrows,
very Natasha-y.
right? It's
Yes.
like cartoonly evil.
Yes.
Cartoonishly evil. There, that's the word I was looking for.
So then next is Scaredy Cat as Kitty Rouge.
I really like this. This felt very Bond girl. I mean, the makeup was her signature look, let's
Yes.
say.
Her only look, one might say.
One might say. But this, little
Aviatrix.
pussy galore aviatrix, I liked it. It was really cute and fun and was a different take on, everyone else kind of went for black leather.
Yeah, this gave me like a fun story. It was like, ooh, this is a 70s plot.
Yeah,
like,
it's definitely a Roger Moore one.
Yes,
and
yes.
she's flying his plane and then they fuck in the back while it's on autopilot and,
Yeah.
I saw what the tale she was telling me.
Of course, the bang just really made me think of Murder, She Wrote.
I really liked Graham Norton saying, I could see me in her panties.
Oh my God, right?
Really appreciated that.
I can see me in her panties.
Really appreciate Graham Norton on a whole.
On a whole.
Excited that he's back next week. He could be there the whole season. I'm here for it. Then next up, Davina DeCampo as Paracetamol. I did appreciate this look because she's just dressed like Molotov cocktails from Venture Brothers and I liked it.
I liked this a lot.
I did think she was gonna take off the robe. She didn't.
Yeah.
To reveal her open chest and navel. I mean, I was really waiting for it. But it didn't happen. I liked this a lot.
I liked it a lot. The little eye patch,
It was very From Russia with Love,
Yes.
70s,
Yes.
Triple X. Not that Triple X. The Spy Who Loved Me, Triple X. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying Davina.
I am too.
And I'm excited for her to just
I hope so.
keep soaring.
Yeah.
But I did think that her reveal of, so she's sort of like, here's my robe, here's my leg, ha ha, and then it was like a really,
the tiny little knife,
and it really didn't read on camera.
No, it didn't.
It just could have been just that much longer.
Yep.
Ha ha.
Dagger. So then last is Blue Ivy. Nope. Could you imagine little Blue Ivy?
Surprise drop-in by Blue Ivy.
Blue Hydrangea as Triple Tatas. And she has, Evie Oddly's triple boobs.
007.
Yeah, which apparently she almost had to take off because they were like, oh, 007 is copyrighted.
Even though they're doing Bond girls?
Okay. Then they let it go. They're like, it's fine. I don't know. I still feel like whoever their copyright lawyer, their fair use lawyer is, needs to get fired and replaced with someone who's a lot more lenient. Because it's just like, you guys.
Or just who's a lot more like...
Or aggressive, like, I will defend this shit.
Yeah. Look, we need these references.
Exactly. Let her wear that goddamn subway map. It's a parody.
Yeah. This was something. Again, did not for me fit the category of Bond girl.
Sure.
It felt more like, Queens in Space.
It was very Queens in Space.
Manila, do not make fake sound effect gun noises.
But I guess this could be like a weird villain.
In space? I mean, it was like Total Recall.
It was very
Bond.
spacey. Yes.
That's fine. I guess Bond has yet to venture into the fantasy genre.
Right.
Into the fantasy genre. Sci-fi, so I was like, well, sure. Yeah. I mean, as much as Liza Minnelli was a Bond girl.
Exactly.
Look, I have a lot of opinions about James Bond and Bond girls. So I was just like, well, I like the look, but missed the assignment a little bit.
Well, she was going for like the fembots, Austin Powers again.
Sure.
That idea, like.
But again, robot is like hard sci-fi. This was straight up like Total Recall. It's fine. It's fine.
Yes.
And their helmet. I mean, it's still even fine. She really sold it.
She
came alive on the runway. And I was like,
she did.
Okay, but you needed to do that. I mean, she still wasn't a bottom, but
yeah. So another quick commercial break, and we will be back with the final performances and a lip sync.
First up, the team, the Vivienne. And, they showed most of it in the rehearsal.
Yeah, it was pretty similar. I mean, Bag of Chips obviously was still the best.
Still the best. Yeah, the fly swatting.
It was oddly, like, I wanted it to be more cartoonish of like, whoa, whoa. Really give me a good Rue slap.
And something with the sound effect. It wasn't funny. It was just like,
And then she beat her to death.
But then she came back. She wasn't dead. This is what was confusing.
Oh, that is true.
So she's like, and then it just dead cuts to Something Wong fucking that guy to death.
That's right.
Which is an actual plotline on Downton Abbey, by the way. Dead cuts to that, and he's died, he's died or whatever, and Baga has her whole thing, which is great about, covered up in that wig,
I could watch that for like an hour.
Definitely.
Bloody hell. Get off. Get off. Bloody hell, dear.
Dead cut to then Something Wong on the couch.
Right.
Choking.
Right.
I mean, they didn't establish what was happening at all, really.
Right.
With her.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, right, because then she dies.
So she dies.
And then Baga's like, oi, she was a lesbian with me, these tatas, and then...
She couldn't get enough of me.
Right. So then she inherits everything, and then, Vivienne...
Then dies of shock
Yeah.
because she slept with a poor person. So she hadn't died yet. It was confusing.
That is confusing.
It was like 3 vignettes of completely disparate things. It was weird.
Yeah, so then I think the swatting definitely should have been more like, oh, yes, a little to the left, like...
It should have started as, and then,
And they tried to do that, but not well enough.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Oh, wow, I missed that.
Her face, and she was, it wasn't good enough.
Oh, I really missed it.
She was like orgasming, but it wasn't...
I didn't even kind of catch that, so that's bad.
Yeah, she was beating her vajayjay, and it was like, ooh, but it needed to be like, oh,
yeah,
oh,
yeah. I'll have what she's having. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, yes, definitely that. You gotta turn it to 11. So then Team Scaredy Cat, I think was actually worse than the practice. You know, like they left it up, you know, it was hopeful that it could get better, and it didn't.
For how low my expectations of Crystal were,
Right.
she really actually impressed me, and I thought she had good timing.
I loved her
with,
turn to the camera.
It's quite the scandal.
It was
quite the scandal.
It was quite the scandal. It was very Little Edie. It was quite the scandal.
Yes.
You know, it felt very that.
Oh, mother said I shouldn't wear. We had quite the fight.
It was quite the scandal. You know, and she looked right at the camera, and like the timing was right.
Yes, the timing was right.
And then later, when she's like taking a selfie with that old timey camera and the candle.
Oh, I'm so lit.
Yes, look how lit I am. Yes.
Yes! Grandmama, come check out how lit I am.
You know, she was selling her lines.
She was, I think, the best. Well, no, Davina De Campo.
Davina was better.
Pull yourself together, lass!
Cheryl was fine.
She was too low energy. She wasn't
was,
doing enough. You know, I wanted her to give me more Maggie Smith, you know?
Well, the problem was, I mean, I think the jokes in this were weird. It wasn't Maggie Smith being a fabulous cunt. It was just Maggie Smith being like a racist old, like, which isn't really what the show tries to do.
No.
I mean, it does in a subtle way, but it's like, it's okay because it's entertaining. It's a show. It seemed more basic upstairs, downstairs stuff.
Right.
And less Downton Abbey referential jokes.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that was such a pity because, like, that's what I loved about the movie, at least, because that's all I've seen. But, like, every time Maggie Smith was on there.
I'll put in a wood.
Yeah, put in a wood. Yeah, that dry, sassy humor that I was just like, yes, to all of this. I could watch this for hours.
Yes. She was fine, and Blue was forgettable. And
She just really struggled with cadence of speech,
Yes.
which drives me crazy.
Well, so it was clear that she couldn't get her whole sentence out, so it was like the lilt
Staccato.
was very, and then she said this, and then they cut away, and
Yep.
then she said this, and they, you know,
Yeah.
Apparently, you failed to pay the manor's candle supply for the last 10 years and have racked up debts.
But at the end, they've all been poisoned, and
Including the picker guy who didn't drink his soup.
Brick crew, thank
Sorry.
you.
We're having egg soup this evening. Can you guess how I like my eggs? Fertilized.
Everybody was like,
Yeah.
and then he went, oh. I liked it. I appreciated it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
They've all been killed, and then who could have done it? Oh my
Ow!
How could it have happened? Oh no, I turned into Baga again.
Well, theirs weren't that far off.
But ow! Alright, let's just say I've been sitting on a little secret.
Blue, you know,
Oh my
switching
God.
the script and go, you know, turning into Al Pacino.
I did it for you, Mrs. Moo. Now get your fat ass over here.
Give me a kiss. I don't know, but the way somehow it came off, I would like if she had suddenly said hoo-ah, I wouldn't have been surprised. It's something. It felt Al Pacino-y in some way. I couldn't pinpoint it.
It was an odd choice.
It was a choice.
But it was at least a choice.
It was something that was different. Where
Yes.
I feel like Scaredy Cat was one level.
Very one note.
You know?
Literally very one, like, it was just all the same kind of like, oh my God, if they had gotten Jennifer Saunders to write these scripts.
Now, yes.
And
Yes.
then direct it.
Yes.
I would
Yes.
really
Let's
love
put
that.
some, you know, something behind this.
Yeah.
Instead of, well, sometimes it's fun when it's messy, but.
Right, but so often these skits are just messy and not great. If they really were to put them on YouTube as skits that people would watch over and over and over again, that's a missed opportunity for them to be making revenue and like to have it be a cool thing.
Yeah.
Live On Forever is like that silly, fabulous Jennifer Saunders directed skit.
Yeah.
Downton Draggy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh-huh. It'd be much better.
Much better.
Much better.
I mean, at least we got that.
That's true. No, it wasn't like terrible.
no.
It could have been clearer.
Yes.
Baga wins.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Duh.
Yep. Well, then Davina has a moment.
I don't feel like I've arrived yet.
I think seeing herself on camera, you know, because they like got to see their,
Yes.
you know, and, oh no, and I was.
Well, it seemed in a few ways like this was the first real challenge for all of them. Last week was a bit of a blur, and like they'd already had their looks prepared
Yeah.
and whatever else.
So just walk down the runway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now they had to like perform and interact with the judges, and like it was a lot more, I think, and probably a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
So she had a moment. Blue, I keep wanting to say Blue Cantrell. Blue Cantrell's a singer. She's a hip
Great.
hop artist.
I don't know her.
I don't know her. Hit 'em up style. But anyway, so Blue Hydrangea also has a moment. She's like, I feel really alone because she's from
isolated. She's from Northern Ireland.
And I thought this was sweet backstage then when everyone's like, look, girl, we're all feel alone, but you are not alone.
Yeah.
No one is alone.
I think Crystal is like, just so you know, like,
yes.
we're all feeling that way.
Oh, yeah, which was really sweet. I thought it was nice.
Yeah, but, like, we're here. Embrace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this was a sweet moment.
You said on the main stage that you felt really isolated and like you were an outsider. Can I just let you know that I think we're all feeling that way?
I did like the phrase, 3 boobs, 0 fucks.
Yes, love that. That's going in the bank.
I enjoyed that.
3 boobs, 0 fucks.
So everyone goes backstage and, well, we got a hint of this at the beginning of the episode.
Oh boy, yeah, I mean, it seems that the Vivienne is not here for Cheryl Hole.
At all.
At all.
She's not here for sharing. She's very selfish that way.
Yeah.
She's not been here for the whole time.
Yep.
And then the top team is back
Put
there.
50 pence in it. Have you seen that?
Who put 50 pence in Cheryl?
She made merch of that.
Vivienne
Cheryl
or
Hole did. Where she's like a Zoltar, you know, like 50 pence in for the amazing speaking Cheryl.
I like that.
I was like, good for you.
I enjoy that.
Yeah.
The winning team has gone back and they're all sort of like, what the fuck is going on with Cheryl? And I guess Vinegar and some Ting Wong have worked with her.
They know her
Cheryl in real life.
personally already.
It seems like a Laganja situation.
A little bit.
Where they're just like, this is not the Cheryl that I know.
Exactly.
What has
Like
happened?
she's pulling in this Alyssa Edwards shit. She's doing like American Drag Race stuff. Is that because she's trying to cater to this American audience that they know is going to be watching or whatever? Who knows? They felt like it wasn't authentically her.
No, and the Vivienne seems to just dislike her.
Yes.
Who put 50 pence in Cheryl?
Shut up.
Full stop.
Yeah, she's just like, shut up. Anyway, so then she comes in.
Well, this was the closest we've gotten to 2 rooms.
Oh my God,
They're like, and anyway, Cheryl is...
I mean, I was giddy.
I've never met the girl, but I can tell straight away I haven't met her yet.
Anyone who watched the viewing party, you know I was living for it.
And they all sort of sit down, everyone's kind of a mess.
Well, I'm just going to say right off the bat that they asked, oh my God.
Right, Cheryl, I'm just going to get ahead of this.
Yeah.
Because on the runway, she had said that Something Long, like, was bad.
Was the worst part of the other team.
Oh, the other team was better. Well, most of them were.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Well, I better tell you now that I totally shaded you on the runway.
So this is damage control.
Well...
Oh, so you're doing damage control. Well, since we're just talking, I'm going to let you know that we were talking about you behind your back while you were out there too. So.
On the flip side of that, we were talking about you, and I was saying...
We were also talking shit about you, so that's
We
fine.
were saying that you seem fake and phony. And then she has like a whole moment where...
Yes, she did.
You know, I mean, it seemed real. It seemed like...
Yeah.
And I think that's a hard thing. Now that Drag Race is such a beast, you have to be so thoughtful and mindful about how you want to be coming across.
It felt very similar to Mayhem's arc, where it was like, Mayhem hasn't been on the show yet? Oh my God, she's the best. Like, you haven't gotten on the show yet? Oh, well, Mayhem's here. It's going to be, and then you kind of hype yourself, and then you try to really, and then you...
And you put so much pressure on yourself, and it's like, just be you and do your best and have the most fun that you can, and hopefully that's good enough.
Exactly.
Here's Pandora's box. Let's just take the lid off.
This does seem like her thing. Like last week, Untucked Couch, Cheryl was like, well, fuck this pink couch.
Oh, yeah, that's true. She does get emotional, it seems.
It doesn't seem like she's used to being criticized.
Yes.
So, we'll see.
Blue Hydrangea and Scaredy Cat are in the bottom. Yes. And they have to lip sync to
Venus by Bananarama, which really brought me back to high school. I was like, yep, the Romeo and Michelle soundtrack did not leave my car for most of high school.
Yes. I mean, that's definitely on the list.
Oh, yes.
We'll get to it at some point.
It's weird when there's certain soundtracks that you just listen, like the Clueless soundtrack or whatever it is, like whenever you hear a song, even when it's like a real random track, like track 9.
Right.
Like, I got all the way to track 9.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, I'm there. I'm back in my car.
Yep.
I'm driving to high school. I'm late.
Yep.
I'm gonna get a tardy slip.
Definitely.
But I'm rocking out to Bananarama. Yeah, I am.
Cher Horowitz, 2 tardies. Anyway. But yes, this was exciting. So, I mean, this song also makes me think of the Razor commercial.
And this wasn't great. It was better than last week.
Yeah, it was fine. I think it was honestly amateur.
I was gonna say, it was cute.
Yep.
You know, I was like, well, that was cute.
I mean, you know, we got this.
On the mountain
Top.
top. It was
Oh my
very
gosh.
YMCA. I don't know what was happening.
Yeah.
Climb every mountain. You know.
So silly. I mean, there's a lot. We've gotten a lot of like, and I'm gonna sing and then
That's amateur. It's like
it is.
Middle school.
Yep.
I'm doing the talent show.
Yep.
I'm acting out.
Don't act out the lyrics.
Yeah.
Emote the lyrics.
Embody the lyrics.
Or if the song is vapid and doesn't really say anything, then you have to just give me energy and vibrancy and
high
fucking
energy,
no
high
Malone.
kicks.
You know, kicks and splits and oh well, we have to talk about.
Well, I mean, Blue won.
Yes.
Not by a huge margin, I would say. It was all over the place. I mean, at one point she was like, now I'm a cat.
Right.
You know, just like licking herself. I was like, okay, I mean, I'm
Then
not
at one
sure.
point they like do-si-do.
Yeah, they kind of did a little whoop-a-doo, you know, square dance.
And then she goes to the back of the stage.
Yeah, right. And then she's gearing up.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. I'm going to jump and fall to my knees.
Yeah, it wasn't like a Monet exchange
It
where it's like,
wasn't a
okay, ready
fake
for
out.
this? Oh, just kidding, didn't do it.
Didn't do it. But then I did it later.
Right, no.
Because it proved I can do it.
Exactly. No, instead it was
just
like a, ooh, and I landed on my knees.
Oh,
and I'm
no. Oh, keep going. Keep going. I don't know. I was really confused.
It was really confusing.
I was like, oh, bitch, she's going to pull something. Oh,
no. Yeah.
Goddess on a mountain top. Oh, it's really stupid. I liked it.
I mean, it's memorable, but for the wrong reason.
Those are the best things.
That's true.
Well, I did love whenever that sort of guitar riff, like Blue.
Oh my God,
like, tapping her
yes.
tits. There was a lot of tapping of tits.
I enjoyed that though. It was really funny.
But just that. So yeah, I thought Blue gave me more energy, gave me more different things to appreciate. Where Scaredy Cat, I mean, she says like this is basically my first time I've ever performed.
Yeah.
So that was, you know, I guess not bad.
It wasn't a bad first gig.
It's like a little bit of a mic drop moment. Just
It was
like,
a lot of bit of a mic drop.
I mean, right?
It was just like, and anyway, next.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss
Thanks for giving me my start. RuPaul's Drag Race. You know, it's like, oh shit. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm bummed to see Scaredy Cat go.
I'm sad. I liked her. I thought she had promise.
I thought she had promise. I liked her in the confessional looks. I liked listening to her talk.
I liked her blind confidence.
Yes, I mean, we believed in her.
They seemed to very early be like, so are you just always gonna look like a cat?
Right.
Like, I got so upset.
They really did. Ru was weird. When she walked into the workroom and was like, "So Blue Hydrangea, you were really boring. You're just kind of safe. Are you gonna be safe the whole time? What are you gonna do?" It was like, "Whoa, Ru."
The two other people on her team were also safe. But like, whatever.
It was like so aggressive. So the judging was real aggressive about like it's only been one. There's only been one other episode.
Right. I mean,
they didn't have a chance
you're
to do
here,
much.
shine,
Sure,
make it happen.
Yes,
but
sparkle, Neely, sparkle. But like,
but for me, I almost would have preferred to put Cheryl down there to really light a fire under her ass because she was in the bottom last week, and neither Blue or Scaredy were.
True, but also I thought Cheryl's look was
worse than both of theirs.
Yes, I would have put Cheryl and Blue Hydrangea in the bottom.
And like Scaredy Cat, well, you were in the top.
You were real close.
You were real close. I see a lot of promise in you. I'm throwing you a lifeline,
Exactly.
Scaredy Cat.
This is your second life. Don't worry, you're not gonna get 9.
Yeah, that writes itself.
Yeah. So cheers. Here's to next week. We will see you next Thursday. Or earlier for Patreon subscribers.
It'll be much better.
Much better.